So I'm gonna start this basically like this and say I'm not totally sure if I'm gonna actually post this video or not, but I've been sitting here trying to fucking do my toenails and I have dropped this thing at least 4 times already. So I have turned off what I'm currently watching because I was listening to music, and we all know I cannot listen to music while I make videos. So I put friends on because I was like, no one's actually going to watch me if I can't talk and do it, which is what I originally planned, but you can only see my feet or if I got to talk like this. So yeah, for anyone out there who likes feet, I guess this one's for you. Now, I'm just going to talk in the background because otherwise you're literally going to be having silence. But I just read on Google, funnily enough, that you're only supposed to cut your toenails so you can still see like the white. And I think I've been fucking that shit up for like ever. I don't think I have bad toes. I like my feet, they're alright. I think we've learnt this sometime in the bath. I think I told you I can only, look, I'll try this. That foot, I can spread my toes, right? Yeah. That foot, it's like it's dead. Doesn't work. Can't do it. Now, the 60-second dry nail polish I bought is working. My fingernails aren't good. Like, they don't look good. They don't look bad. But I will be honest and say, because this is not stuff I enjoy doing, mostly because I'm not overly good at it and it's not from lack of trying or practice, I didn't actually take the other stuff off before I put the stuff on. I just filled in the gaps. So this is all the sort of stuff that I would usually pay people to do for me. But as we're aware, I'm saving all my little pennies for the day I'm given notice for this house, which I'm praying, given all the stuff going on in Australia with building companies, won't be until, you know, like I'm hoping that they'll give me some kind of a lease, you know, like no point having a house sitting here empty when I very much love my home. But I haven't heard from my current landlord and I have no idea what's going on with other people. The new people, so my rent came out on the 1st and yeah, just taking it month by month, I guess. I'm definitely not where I thought I'd be with sorting out my bullshit. I might do some of that today. But I'm really excited about university. And I was just saying to Rachel, actually, I honestly think this is the most excited I've been since starting university in 2017. I guess mainly, well, there's 2 obvious reasons to begin with, and that would be, fuck, I hate doing this shit. One, I'm starting off only doing one unit, instead of, you know, enrolling for multiple and then dropping them. And other than that, what is it? What am I thinking? Oh, I'm having a mind blank. There's 2 reasons why. Only one at a time. I don't understand how I forget shit. When it's obviously, I'm very confused. Anyway, what I was going to say is I've spoken to the note taker and I love how the universe works. So I didn't get the note taker I originally asked for, who has done them for me last year, which is fine because this current lady, I'm talking to her and I said to her, I'm still trying to get my head around just being diagnosed with, you know, ADHD at age 35. And she was like, oh, well, my 34-year-old son was diagnosed like 2 months ago. So they're going through the same thing. And she's like, I will do whatever I can to help you. So that's awesome. So yeah, I'm very aware this is a very odd video. But again, it's for people out there who enjoy foot fetishes. You know, we've all got our kinks, I can tell you that much. Turns out there's an OnlyFans page, like subreddit on Reddit, which I found really amusing and really like horny, if I'm honest. I started like scrolling through it and then like came across this video where it's just pure porn. Like I have no idea what people pay, you know, like for subscriptions like that, but yeah, I will be honest and say I got off while watching another couple have sex on Reddit, but I guess that's why they do it, right? Oh my gosh. I'm so happy, people, that I bought the cheap stuff that's fast drying, because I can tell you right now, there's a reason I usually pay people to do this stuff for me. So, yeah, but I've been up since 6:45 when Grant called me, which is awesome. I know there's probably like heaps more that I'm supposed to do, but fucking hell, I can't be asked. Yeah, I spoke to him for over an hour, I think. Already looked through all my uni stuff, really super excited, as I've said, doing personality. And that's, you know, it's got like check-in for each week, you know, self-awareness, stuff like that. I was actually just talking to a follower who follows me on these sites, who lives in Scotland, and we talk on, I think it's called Kik, K-I-K, and he messaged me today and he helped me to see something that I really needed to see. This feels so weird, eh? I should probably just let you see my face, but I'm almost at the point where I'm going to paint them, so I'll do that quickly and then I'll put the video up. But anyway, so what am I trying to say? Speaking to him, and I was saying I really want to film myself doing more things, and I said about this one, I was like, part of me really wants to film myself painting my toenails, and then I was like, I don't really know why, other than I just think it would be interesting, but like, who wants to watch that, right? And then he's like, all people with feet fetishes would. God, I can't talk, people, eh? Which I hadn't thought of, but true. But now that I'm actually saying it out loud, it turns out I think that the main reason I wanted to film myself do this is because I wanted to see it. Because it is first and foremost the reason why I do stuff. Because I have a memory that, as we know, it's a bit like a sieve. Shit goes in, shit comes straight almost back out. So I need to be able to really remember and focus on stuff. And this is very literally a diary for me. Like, the amount of things I've had to go and scroll back to try and find to figure out when I've done something, because I post about everything, is lots of times. So yeah, the heat's just kicked in, and I know that can make it harder to hear me, I think. I was actually just going to sit here in silence, and then I realised how retarded or ridiculous that looks. I used the word retarded, and I realised I used it yesterday, and I don't mean it in the way that I think, like, I'm pretty sure all of you that follow me, or even if you're new, will realise that I'm not being offensive in the sense of using that word. I'm just talking about an object or a thing or a situation, like I would never say it about a person. But yeah, anyway, so I'm talking to this guy in Scotland, and we've been talking on and off for like ages now, and I was saying to him I want to film more stuff, and I want, you know, do more stuff and whatnot, and he was saying, you know, gardening is really popular right now, and I was like, yeah, I'm totally bummed I forgot to film myself doing my garden. But then he was telling me things about time lapses. Like, I still think I need to Google that, but I feel like I know what he's meaning. But he helped me to see something that has been fucking with my head now, and I'm so freaking happy, because I've been lately thinking and talking about it, obviously, about these videos I want to make that are like actually proper learning and teaching stuff, as well as like workshops I want to do. And it hit me that one of the things I've been talking about a lot lately is how I think the way we are raised and, you know, made to conform into this whole we need to find someone to complete us, like, oh fuck, I'm breaking stuff, people, in the sense of, I'm just gonna hold it and hopefully not hit the fucking fan. I've already hit it a few times. In the sense of like, what am I saying? Everybody, like, every time I meet someone who's gone through a breakup, they're always like, I failed, waste of time, such a waste of time, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, believe you me, my sense of time is all sorts of fucked up. We all know that. Dry mouth for the fucking medication I take. But yeah, so I get it. You know, I've only recently got to this point in my life where I don't feel like I'm running behind. And it was just like this weird psychological feeling of constantly feeling like I'm running behind and that I'm failing. And I'm honestly, hand on heart, I can say this to you, able to see it completely differently now. It's like I'm not failing anything. In fact, I'm absolutely succeeding in everything that I'm setting out to do. This is, as I said to Scott, let's call him Scott, in Scotland. That's funny. So I was like, this is what I want to do for my career. Like, these videos, I mean, there are lots, like everybody out there on YouTube, it's the same thing. This woman I watched, Danielle Kirsty, she's awesome. She makes one a week and she's got sponsors galore and so many like hundreds of thousands of followers, and that's her job. But I also want to do it in person, because ultimately being in person is my dream, yeah? And I've been getting stuck lately because I keep thinking there's so many things I want to talk about, but every time I try to make it make sense, I've realized just today, fuck me, excuse me, that in my head I've been thinking of like a university high school audience, because that's what I've been doing with work. And that's not exact, it's not even a little bit, that's not my audience. You, all of you are my audience. Mature age, people wouldn't, you know, like, we do not have to be legally bound to someone for the rest of our life to be considered worthy. People look at single people like me and, oh, she's going to be 37 this year and she's still alone and she's blah, 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 blah. Like, we're aware of what people can fill in the gaps with. And, hand on heart, like, it would take someone to honestly have to come in and swoop me off my feet in every single which way possible for me to even consider it going on a date these days, because we're all aware of, well, Mr. X, but I've decided I'm just gonna, I think my THC oil's kicked in, because I sure as shit haven't smoked today, but I don't totally feel the way I did before either. So interesting. It's the first time I've had this oil in, fuck, I don't know, because I've been smoking every day, except for yesterday I didn't vape at all, but otherwise I've been vaping a lot lately, so I haven't been using it. Anyway, what I was saying is, he's on my mind, in my heart, connected to me 24/7, but I don't need to keep talking about him, I've realized, because he does have his life down here in 3D and I have mine, and they're very separate. But I truly want to make a career of helping people. All you got to do is go to my YouTube channel about page and look at the list of bullshit I've been told over the years that I'm living with. And you know, I smoked ice around the clock for 4 years and quit all by myself without ever stepping foot in a rehab or a meeting or a doctor's office or anything. And I did that to be able to show other people they can too. And I know I can help. I drove myself crazy and physically sick for like 3 days in anxiety. The first 2 were like, and then the third one, it had to happen to get me to see what it was that was I needed to learn. And this morning in the shower, I realized it's almost a year to this happening last year. And that is that I can't do things that I think are funny and entertaining and completely harmless. And basically what it is, because I'm going to have to say it eventually, is I showed one of my male friends my boobs as a thank you, so to speak, which I know sounds, whatever it sounds like, I don't really care. I thought it was funny. I quite like my boobs, and I'm not obviously have issues of other people seeing them. We all know this, right? But I had this complete brain, like, malfunction, let's call it, where I couldn't, like, the anxiety came from the feeling of, oh my God, just because I'm okay with it, his wife probably wouldn't be. And in that sense, he would then have to keep a secret to stop someone else from being hurt. And even though I think we should all be allowed to walk around topless, I realize that from other people's perspective, it may not have been as harmless as I thought it was. So I've definitely rethought a lot of stuff. I mean, I think we're all aware that I don't really think like the majority of people. But, you know, I'm learning and I'm growing, and that's all I can ask of myself and all anyone can ask of themselves. But yeah, today talking to Sky, I was so grateful because I was like, it breaks my heart every time I see someone say, what a waste of 5 years, or like, I'm such a failure because I had to get divorced. And I mean, I own a fucking wedding dress. We all know how much I used to believe in marriage, right? I don't not believe in marriage because of what I've been through, okay? I'm sure parts of it have played into it in the sense of because I'm seeing it from all points of view, but people grow apart. People grow apart. I'm 36 years old and 190 whatever day we're at, right? Since I started on my 36th birthday. But I'm a completely different person to who I was this time last year. And the thing with me is I can go back on my website, select fucking June, and literally see where I was last year. All of you can do that, and I'm sure we'll all agree I'm a different person. If you've seen my videos since I've been making my daily videos, right here today on the, what's today's date, people? I'm going to say the 9th. Yeah, the 9th of July, 2022. I'm not the same person I was in January. So this whole we have to vow to be something that we can't possibly fucking fathom is really ridiculous, and it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. You know, these huge humongous fucking parties, days, the best day of my life. I'm having plenty of best days of my lives, you know. Look at my ring, $145, and I'm over the fucking moon with it. I nearly fell over when Mr. X told me you pay 15 grand for the wife's engagement ring. I was like, what the fuck? That's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. And he was like, you wouldn't expect that? I was like, I would be insulted if someone did that. Of course not. Like, that shit shouldn't even exist. In my head, that stuff doesn't exist. It's unnecessary to a level that it's so easy to see how fucked up our world is. And yeah, I'm sure you could all go, oh, you're no better. You showed someone your boobs. Sure, that didn't actually hurt anyone. And in my free world, in my mind, what I think would make this bullshit place we live in so much better, all women would be allowed to be topless anyway, because why is there a difference? And it's like everybody's fighting for this and everything else, and people get so cranky when I say I'm not a feminist, and it's like, it's not that I'm saying you know, fucking obviously there are things that should be fucking equal pay, rights, this, that, everything else. Well, I don't know. I'm definitely stoned though. I think it's always so much more entertaining when it happens this way. And when I say I'm not a feminist, because my God, do I get some filthy fucking looks when I say that to people. I'm an egalitarian. I'm a philosopher. I have bigger fucking thoughts than that. Just the word feminism pisses me off because I can see it from the next, like, male's point of view. And yes, I'm going to be very basic and say male, female right here, because all the rest of it, gender stuff, not what I'm talking about. But yes, I need to get water because my mouth is dry and my fucking, I literally am taking the entire stand with me, guys, because it's way too hard to try and take the phone off and then put it back. And I still plan on painting my toenails because that's what I'm doing. I just thought I probably shouldn't make you all look at my feet this whole time. But yeah, like the lessons coming through, and I am totally realizing that these workshops I want to do, yeah, they're not for high school. Oh, fuck me, they're not for universities. They're not for that. And very grateful to you, Scott, for helping me see that. What am I doing? It's a good thing there is nothing in my fucking house that I don't really care that you all see, because you can always see shit when I'm moving my fucking camera around. It's 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Ooh. I'm so amused. I took 0.4. What do you want? I took 0.4 milligrams of THC oil, and it's clearly hitting more. Alright, fuck, let's see if I can do this. The dog obviously wants out. Oh, look at that, it wasn't so difficult after all. I've got the dog door closed because my heat is on. It's only on 18, but still. Oh no, he hasn't. He stopped. What do you want? I think he wants a WALK, which I'm gonna do later. I want my toenails painted. I really should probably do the right thing and take this stuff off and redo it, but what you gonna do, right? Let me see. Alright, guys, I can't see you at the moment, so just bear with me. Hopefully you aren't gonna disappear. Stay. We're all good. I think so, people. We're on an angle. Don't spill the coffee, Olivia. Oh, I don't know what you want, boo. Yes, I do. We just had that conversation, didn't we? Alright. I will. And I even put a what is it, hashtag? I don't think I've ever hashtagged anything on any of my posts or videos yet. Maybe I should. Oh God, I don't know. Let's just all pray it dries as good as it's supposed to and as fast, because it's always my fuck up. Fucked up my fingernails before I even left the store. Alright. So awkward of a position. It's too high. What else is I? No, nothing. I need to vacuum my house. I always need to vacuum my house. Come on. So far, so good, I think. Thick. Come on. Not too perfect, but pretty okay. Oh, there's my feet. I swear to God, it's obviously a combination of lots of different things, but But I'm so freaking happy that I honestly spend the majority of my time singing, humming, or just, you know, like bopping along, like usually singing and humming and stuff. Uh-oh, come on, we got this, we got this. I once saw someone have acrylic toenails. Couldn't quite believe it. Didn't know that was a thing. I'm so happy though that I got over all the real intense materialistic person I was, in the sense of like I used to have my hair perfect, and I had to have my nails perfect, and like there's no way I'd be okay with say how my nails are as they are now, because they're not perfect. And oh, now that I'm saying this, I think I'm getting what my therapist was always talking about. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna wait 60 seconds and then do it again. Well, maybe not quite 60 seconds. Oh, sometimes I watch this and I think my videos and I think, I wonder how many more people would follow me if like I did make more professional ones and, you know, edit them and put them together. And that very one, that like the one that I made for the very first video, which is edited and it's got like day 1 2017 on it, that I shared from Throwback. I think I have a couple like that, truthfully. I'm not totally sure, but I could see, like, obviously if you've seen it, you can 100% see the difference in it, like in those and in the way I do it now. But when I try to put pressure on myself, and I think this is, you know, most of us do this, it just becomes so much bigger. Like for me, if I have to, like, I think I've talked about it before where I was trying to make videos for other people and it took me like a dozen times to try and make a 3-minute video on anxiety, and my hair again had to be perfect, nails had to be perfect, makeup had to be perfect, all this stuff had to be just in a line, and I had to do it over and over and over again because it wasn't just right. And now it's like, truthfully, now it's like like I'm completely 100% authentic. I think we're all going to agree with this one. And I like how I do it, and I can't explain how some people react when I'm like, yeah, I don't watch my videos. Like the only videos that I would watch, say for example, I watched the shower video beforehand because it really did turn itself on. And I watched my very first therapy session because I didn't ask to film my therapy session until after I'd filmed the first one, and then I had to tell my therapist what I'd done, and her response was, you can upload them, provided you watch it first, because obviously you're not technically supposed to do it, I don't think, I guess, but that's why I never say her name or a company or any of that stuff. I might give her a fake name because sometimes I really want to say her name, because I am one of those people who says a person's name when I'm talking to them. Sometimes I've heard or read that people find that really either intimidating or rude, but I would disagree just because I'm that kind of person. I often say a person's name, whether I'm saying it out loud to them or in a message or an email, whatever it might be. But yeah. But I don't know, I'm hitting 30 minutes. I'm at 29 minutes and 14 seconds. So I'm going to round this up and just say I'm feeling great. I'm so happy I got up when I did. I'm still going to post a picture album on my website. I will probably tell you all when I do that. But I am starting to tan. I'm so happy because we're all aware that I have a skin cancer doctor and I know how to do it and I know all the fucking safety bullshit, and I'm good with the risks of using my solarium. But I must admit, going through and checking out all my video, like my pictures throughout, You know, my folders, I do like the ones where I'm tan better. And yeah, if there's people out there who are interested in seeing any types of videos, please let me know. As I've said, there's not too many that I'm comfortable enough to do. It's obviously I'm behaving because I want to stay on YouTube, and you know, I want this to be part of my career at some point. And yeah, but again, I'm very open and love to hear what you all think. Until later, bye.